Mike Jones, they call the plays in the zone. Spit facts, no cap, straight to the bone. Gritter, roaring gossip, the field's their home. Huddle up, press play, you're never alone. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. NFL drama, they break it down surgical. Draft day whispers, moves so tactical. Receiver stretching arms, catches vertical. Big C's laugh hitting, vibes so magical. Mike Jones got stats like a human playbook. Big C's insight sharper than a no look. Halftime debates, better than they should. You fumble the podcast, now you misunderstood. Flags fly, refs blind, penalty stack. They calling out the calls, no sugar, just facts. Fantasy picks, who's carrying the pack? Every week they hit harder than a linebacker smack. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. Your check as I'm chess, what's happening next? You got the venom.
What up, what up, what up, what up, football fans? Welcome to another episode of the Laces Out Live, brought to you by Game Changers Media. I am your host, Big C, along with my co-host, the one, the only, Mike Jones. What up, Mikey? Well, you're not the one anymore because there's absolutely another Mike Jones. But
hey, we'll backtrack on it and ruin the whole setup, man. Like the one and only Mike Jones. Like, leave it be. And yes, I am white, whiter than newspaper. How you doing, man? Things have been kind of crazy. Little off schedule tonight. That was my bad. I wasn't even paying attention to the time. I totally forgot.
Yeah, it happens. There was other shows going on at this time frame anyway. So
Did you end up getting that meme I sent you the other day with Tua and the coach?
yeah, I shared a couple of them on my show yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, they're cute. They're cute.
They're funny, right? I was sharing them on my my show earlier, so the show had me cracking up.
I mean, they're funny, but at the same time, like, I kind of feel bad picking on Tua's health. You know what I mean? Because he has suffered some real life injuries that could really affect his future. And I mean, I don't want to see anybody have to go through. I mean, he's rich and he knows, you sign up for, the risk is there when you sign up to play football. But again, these players hit so hard. Tyreek was on episode Teron Armstead podcast yesterday, The Set, and he was discussing getting hit. And he said the hardest hit he ever took was this year, Zaire Franklin against the Colts. He said he came off the field and he tried to high five a player and dap up a player that wasn't even there.
Damn.
Like, he realized that afterwards, like, there was no one there, and he tried to like dap him up and shit, and like there was nobody there.
So, man, the violence
these guys
is real.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are they're moving the speed of traffic, right? Like, damn near, traffic in most inner cities is 30 miles an hour. These guys are running 21, 22, 23 miles per hour and just destroying each other.
Just pads. I mean, it's not even like they got a bumper, airbag, nothing.
And if you think on
Crazy.
like special teams or something where someone gets a full head of steam and is going 21, 22 miles per hour, you add on the speed that the other players traveling at, you know what I mean? That increases the velocity of the hits even more. So yeah, but they were funny. They were a good time. I enjoyed them. So I appreciate that.
I just like I like how McDaniels had the coke all around his nose. His eyes are red, and Tua's like eyes are like, Tua. Oh my god, I can't. It had me dope. I was dying. It kind of reminded me of like I don't know, it's like Riot Comedy or some shit, but they remind me of like South Park videos. Like they're just out there, man. I could like you can't believe some of the shit they say. But it was a good time. I found that and I thought that was hilarious.
Let's talk about our league fantasy, bro. Like you're struggling a little bit.
It's horrible.
Me and you traded, right? Came up with a trade.
Yeah,
hopefully
I
that
think
helps both of us out.
I think I took the butthole side of that one.
I don't know. You got 2 starting running backs. I mean,
yeah, but I already got Derrick Henry, Dobbins. Now I got TNA and Genty. I got 4 running backs.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I mean, you can play 3 of them.
Yeah. I've really
trade
struggled
one for a wide receiver.
I've really struggled to get some points like from like a multitude of places. Like I'll get a big like a big receiver one, maybe a decent tight end one, and then like Derrick Henry's been shit. Dobbins hasn't been the greatest. It's just like all these people that are on my team are projected to get decent amount of points, and they're just not coming to fruition at all. Not even close. I might have 1 or 2 guys that go off. Other than that week 1 where I played you and Derrick Henry went off and my other guys went off and it was just a good game. But I haven't been doing shit. Like 2 and 5, that's sick. It makes me nauseous.
I had a trade accepted for Saquon Barkley, but he accepted another trade for Saquon Barkley. Like, what the hell? So by the time I seen it, I'm already short trade. I'm like, damn, like you accepted both the trades for Saquon? Like, come on. Gentleman's agreement, brother. Like, what the hell? You accept somebody else after you just they see it first, man. What up, Noah? What up? How you doing tonight? So this is the Friday night show. Obviously, we're going to go over each and every game, give you the picks. This season has been absolutely insane so far. Listen, trying to pick these games is an absolute nightmare. You know, each and every week, it just seems like there's teams coming out the woodwork and you don't know who's going to win. Like your Giants are a perfect example. How they have beat a couple of teams that I didn't think they had no business playing. You know what I mean? You've had Buffalo lose some games that Buffalo was supposed to win. Miami starting 1-6. That was an absolute craziness. The Patriots playing as good as they have. The Chargers dropping some games. They played great yesterday. The Chiefs dropping a bunch of games.
What about
the Ravens starting off like they have?
What about the game that we didn't even talk about Monday, but the Old Man Bowl, fucking Joe Flacco for the Bengals and Rodgers on the Steelers. Like that was a crazy good game. Like those old men were putting up some fucking shots, and then like I didn't really care who won. Obviously, it was a really good game, but Aaron Rodgers over there to go throw that Hail Mary, man, that was a 70 yards through the air pass. Like he was smelling salts before he ran out there and threw that like bomb. Like dude, he might be old, but he still got a fucking cannon on him, man. I was like, oh shit, here comes Aaron Rodgers' 5th Hail Mary game winner. Like it didn't happen, obviously, but it was right there. It really was. And I needed DK to catch that.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, whether you like his personality, which listen, I find it hard to believe that anybody really likes Aaron Rodgers as a person. You got to admit he's got one of the most talented right arms this league's ever seen. Definitely one of the greatest throwers of the football this in NFL history. You know what I mean? His release,
Yeah.
his accuracy, just all around arm talent. I put him right up there with Dan Marino. I think Dan Marino, I'm a Dolphins fan, but Dan Marino, most talented right arm I've ever seen. The way he could zip passes, the way he threw the ball around the field, his quick release. There's never been a quicker release than Dan Marino's. But I put Aaron Rodgers right up there with Dan. Have there been better all around quarterbacks than Dan Marino? Sure. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's players that have put up better stats because, to be honest, teams are playing. It's a different style of football. If Dan Marino played in this day and age,
Yeah.
Marino would throw for 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns a year. I mean, Dan Marino was throwing 40 touchdowns, 48 touchdowns in years that guys were throwing 20. Guys weren't throwing over 3,000 yards. Marino was throwing for 5. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is definitely a special talent, and it is quite impressive that he can still throw the ball that distance at his age. It is.
Yeah, I was really shocked. I was sitting there thinking when they were lining up, I'm like, man, I was like, can he get it there? Can he get it there? And then he just he rolled out and he fucking cocked that shit and it didn't even look like he threw it that hard, but that shit would have been like at least 5 yards deep in the end zone. So I mean, that was a 70-yard bomb. It was crazy. And then his after that touchdown score, his homie tackled him on the sideline. He got up all pissed.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate the way he acted. Like, I can understand
he
being
threw
being a little frustrated. Yeah, a little hissy fit. Like, I don't appreciate that. Like,
yep.
I thought that was a real bitch move on his part. I can understand, like, being like, bro, like, something could have happened bad. You know what I mean? But the way he got up and first off, that guy will crush you. You know what I mean? Like, he will eat you like you're a fucking turkey leg, bro. Like, don't act tough. You know what I mean? Like, don't. That's what I thought.
I get being upset. Like, he is old. Like, you don't want to take unnecessary hits, but you could obviously see he was just pumped up and it was like excited. He was excited and his feet got all out from under him and he took him down. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess in the heat of the moment, he did end up apologizing and laughing about it. And, but in the moment, I can kind of see that he did flip out a little bit though. Like, he got up and was in his face. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Like, it was funnier than fuck, though. I rewound it like 3 times. Had me dying. But Joe Flacco, man, like, they both them quarterbacks turned back the hands of time. And holy shit. I thought the Bengals were done. But, man, if Flacco can Jamar Chase had a monster game. Like, it was crazy. So, who knows what's going to happen there? Who knows?
Don't expect many Sundays like that from Joe Flacco. I mean, did he play great last week? Yeah. Does he deserve his flowers for last week? Yeah. But Joe Flacco he's washed. He's washed.
Joe Flacco.
A broke clock is right twice a day. He is not going to come out and have weeks like that on a regular basis. It's just not realistic. The Cincinnati Bengals are dead in the water. There's no reviving them. Those pussycats they've gone through their 9 lives. But it's week 8. It's week 8.
Week 8.
This week, Detroit, the Raiders, the Rams, Arizona, Seattle, and Jacksonville all on the bye. We'll start out with the 49ers at the Texans. What you think about this game, Michael Jones?
Oh, let me get my shit in order for a second. Sorry.
Your handy dandy notebook?
Well, I had my handy dandy notebook, but apparently I didn't do this game. What the fuck? I did them. Oh, right here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really put a lot for this. Pretty much San Francisco, they're starting to slowly get people back. Houston, like, we talk about CJ all the time, and he's just not reliable. I don't like him. I don't think he's that great of a talent. Christian McCaffrey's definitely doing his business and carrying the San Francisco team, and they're dangerous. They're 5-2. Hopefully they can get healthier as the season goes on. and they're going to be something to be reckoned with if they could be healthy. But I got the Niners taking this one pretty handily. I think I got 24-17. Is there?
Yeah, the Texans are favored in this game, which is kind of crazy to me. The Texans are at home. This game it's interesting to me because the Texans head coach DeMarco Ryans, this is his first game against San Francisco since he's left. He was their defensive coordinator before taking the job. This isn't going to be an easy game for the 49ers. The Texans defense ranks first in the NFL in scoring defense, second in defense EPA, and fifth in yards per carry allowed. They're a tough defense. So Christian McCaffrey, and I'm pretty sure Mac Jones is playing again this week. It's not going to be easy. George Kittle last week, I started him. He came back from injury, 0 points, 0. Highly disappointed with him. But Christian McCaffrey had a hell of a game last week. I think Christian McCaffrey's finally getting back to being 100% healthy. And when Christian McCaffrey's healthy, he may be the best running back in all of football. Pound for pound, dual threat running back. He catches a ton of balls out of the backfield. He's a great receiver. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He is absolutely phenomenal. I think I like San Francisco in this game, even though they're on the road and playing a good defense. Like you said about CJ Stroud, I'm not in love with CJ Stroud. I never have been. I don't trust him. And I mean, I'm not in love with Mac Jones.
What do you?
Don't get me wrong.
Right, but it's hard to sit there and pick Houston when the only teams they beat this year were the Titans and the Ravens. So it's not just the fact that CJ Stroud is unworthy. It's just, he's unworthy. Let's be real. And honestly, the San Francisco team is better. I don't know how Houston has a 1.5 on this game. I really don't.
Yeah, and Nico Collins probably is not playing. He's the most dynamic weapon for the Texans. You know what I mean? Christian Kirk might not be playing. You're going to have to rely on rookie receivers. I just don't. Listen, I don't like the matchup. I like San Francisco in this one. I'm going to say two pretty good defenses. I'm going to say San Francisco 24 to 24-20. They'll keep it close just because they're at home.
Fair enough. Moving on.
Let's talk about
Bay, 5-8, 1-6. Bucks are.
You're breaking up.
Mike Evans made.
You're breaking up. I don't hear anything you're saying.
Oh, there. You got me now?
Hello. Now I do.
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Sorry. All right, so we're good.
Yeah.
Next up, Tampa Bay Bucks, 5-2 at the New Orleans Saints, 1-6. Bucks are getting 4.5, or Bucks are given 4.5. So, Bucks got smacked by the Lions. They might have lost Mike Evans possibly for the season. Baker only had 9 points last week. But it's Baker Mayfield. I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. These are the Saints. They can do some dirty stuff if they're on their shit, but I still say Tampa Bay comes out the victor on this one. I got this one, Tampa Bay 34-20.
Listen, I'm all on the Baker Mayfield train, but eventually these injuries are going to catch up with him. Mike Evans, you just mentioned him with the broken clavicle. They're already missing Chris Godwin Jr., Jalen McMillan, running back Bucky Irving. That's a lot of injuries to key players on this offense. The Saints have surprised me this year. Spencer Rattler has played better football than I ever expected. Chris Olave had a nice touchdown catch last week. I'm gonna say that these injuries catch up to him this week, and the Saints upset the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm gonna say 30-27 Saints. And Noah, you said, does Mac Jones deserve another chance to start somewhere in the NFL? I mean, if you look around the league, you see Sam Darnold getting another opportunity, Mac Jones or Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, all these quarterbacks that are getting second opportunities. Sure, why not? Mac Jones is a very accurate quarterback. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but he's physically a tough. He can take a beating. He's accurate. I think he deserves another shot, and he may get another shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What is next? Dallas. Is it Dallas in the Broncos? Man, Dak is going crazy. I'm not a fan of Bo Nix. As you see last week, yeah, he did bring them back against the Giants, but I think that was more of Giants mentally breaking down and allowing that to happen. Bad decisions at the wrong times. He is still he's the only quarterback now with 2+ passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns in a quarter. So I mean that take that how you will. Dak, he's got Lamb back with Pickens. I mean, this Dallas offense, they can put up a lot of points. I hate picking Dallas, I really do. But I don't really think I have a choice. Prescott, 4 consecutive games with 3+ touchdowns and 0 interceptions. And that's 4 consecutive. The only person with 5 was Russ in 2015. And that's crazy. So I'm going Cowboys on this one. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. I just don't see Denver being able to hold them down. And I got the Cowboys. What did I put? 31-28.
Well, I know the Broncos are a sore subject for you this week after what they did to the New York Giants or what the Giants did to themselves. Either way you want to look at that. Listen, these Denver Broncos, they sit at 5-2, and they're riding a fine line right now. Are they a good 5-2 football team? Are they a lucky 5-2 football team? Because quite a few of these wins, they had their backs against the wall, and they probably shouldn't have walked away with victories. The Cowboys are coming in. They got the number 1 total offense, number 2 in scoring. They're going to test this Denver defense. The problem with Dallas is they lack consistency. They haven't won back-to-back games since week 15 and 16 last year. They got a 1-3 record on the road in that time. The only win coming against the winless Jets. This game might come down to penalties, though. The Denver Broncos are the second most penalized team in the league. They've been flagged 73 times, and they lead the league in defensive penalties with 31. This Cowboys offense is explosive. I feel like if ever you're going to be holding or getting pass interference calls, it's going to be against a team like Dallas. So I think penalties might end up kicking Denver right in the ass this week. I like the Cowboys. I'm not a big Bo Nix guy. I think this offense, a really good offense beats a good defense, I feel like. And I like Dallas 38-20.
Ooh, they're going to put up some points. I feel that. Tennessee and Indy. This isn't really a big one. That's where I got the Colts hand down on this. Just going to be straight out with it. Jones is playing good. Jonathan Taylor, top of the league rushing. Indy has the most points per game at 33.1 this season. Tennessee has the fewest points at 13.7. Cam Ward is on a 7-game streak with a turnover. I don't see that changing. I got the Colts 42-10.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor leads the NFL in rushing yards with 697. He's been a beast. Not going to spend too much time in this game. The Tennessee Titans aren't very good. With Jonathan Taylor leading the league in rushing, the Titans defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons, there's a good chance he might not go, which is really going to affect that run defense. I expect the Colts to win this hands down. I'm going to say 34-10.
Big C.
What's up, Michael? What's up, King Jamie?
That's Michael Jones.
Make sure you hit them
Well,
like buttons for us
apparently
all.
we'll
We're trying to grow this channel up.
We'll just hit the. I accidentally put the Monday night or the Sunday night game on here, so we might as well just hit it while it's here. Sunday night football: Packers 4-1-1, Steelers 4-2. Packers are given 3.5 points. Rodgers' first career game versus the Packers. Came up just short against the Bengals. We just talked about that. Green Bay, number 1 seed right now. They're finally getting some receivers back. So a guy's coming back. I like Green Bay. I was pumping Green Bay from early start of the season. I think this is a good year for them. Rodgers can be the 5th quarterback in history, though, to beat all 32 teams. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. But I got Green Bay taking this game. It's going to be pretty close. I got this one, Green Bay, 24-20.
Yeah, it's always a big deal when these players that spent had a Hall of Fame career go back and play their former teams. It'd be a much bigger deal if this game was in Green Bay. But it's in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had a rough loss last week to the Cincinnati Bengals. This Pittsburgh team is supposed to be one of the better teams in the AFC. And I don't really trust them as much as what their record. I don't think they're as good as what their record suggests. Let me put it that way. I think they've just gotten lucky that the AFC seems to have fallen off this year. The fact that they've played the right teams at the right time. I'm just not sold on this Pittsburgh Steelers team as being a true legit contender. On the other side of the ball, Green Bay's been inconsistent. They started off the year on fire, beating Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see some more consistency, but I like Green Bay in this one too. Micah Parsons had a 3-sack game last week. He's going to be pushing down on Aaron Rodgers this week. If he can frustrate Aaron Rodgers and hit the Pittsburgh Steelers right in the mouth, I think they got a really good chance to win this game. I think Green Bay is more talented, to be honest. I like Green Bay 24-23.
Ooh, nice and close. Nice and close. All right, moving on to the next slate. We'll hit Miami last. Chicago, Baltimore. Listen, I can't find my papers. I'm all discombobulated, but I'm pretty sure I know what I did. Supposedly Lamar is coming back this week. Those hamstring injuries they can be sneaky. I'm not really. Are we good? I don't know why we're flagging. Yeah. So technical difficulties. But yeah, Lamar's supposed to come back. I'm not sold on him. The hamstring. It's just the hamstring. Is he going to be able to run? Is he going to be able to take off? And hamstring injury is so easy to injure. So I got the Bears. The Bears defense has been playing amazing. Lamar likes to run back and take big losses on sacks as of late. I got the Bears taking this one 24-23.
You said that Lamar's supposed to be back?
Yeah, Lamar's supposed to be back, but I really question because of the hamstring injury if he's going to be his normal self. That's what I said. And he's been taking sacks where he's losing 7 to plus yards every time. So I don't see it making any difference. And the Bears defense has been amazing. So I picked the Bears 24-23.
I just think the Ravens need to get back to basics. Derrick Henry only has 88 rushes through 6 games. That is tied for the low. That is the lowest mark through 6 games in his career. You know, I know he's had his issues with fumbles this year, but that week 1 game against the Bills, he came out and he was dominant up until the point he fumbled. They got to get his confidence back. I think this is a different team when they're healthy. Yeah, I know they're sitting in a tough position right now at 1-5, but they had a whole plethora of injuries that absolutely devastated this team. I think they had 4 or 5 all pros out. You know, no team is going to be able to survive that. If Lamar Jackson's healthy, this game's at home. And even if Lamar Jackson's at 70%, I like a 70% Lamar Jackson over 100% Caleb Williams all day, every day. I am interested in seeing an increased workload for Colston Loveland, the rookie tight end for the Chicago Bears, because Cole Kmet should be out with a back injury. So I'm very interested to see him, but I think these Ravens get back to basics. Kyle Hamilton should be back. Lamar Jackson back. Get Derrick Henry the ball and go out there and beat the Chicago Bears. So I think the Ravens can turn it around. I still think the Ravens make the playoffs, even though they're sitting at 1-5. They're not like the Miami Dolphins who are 1-6 and, you know, you see no hope. There's a reason that the Baltimore Ravens are sitting at 1-5, and it's due to injury. I like the Ravens 24-20.
Nice, man. Cleveland and the Patriots. Patriots are rolling through an easy part of their schedule. Mike Vrabel's team hasn't shown that they'll overlook an opponent. I just don't see the Browns defense, man. They're amazing. They had a good game last week. But this Patriots team, man, they're looking really good. It looks like they're catching their stride. I got the Patriots 20-16 in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear to me that this Cleveland team is one of the best teams in the league. The way they dismantled the Miami Dolphins last week, they got to be, right? You know, definitely a top 5 team. Judkins, Dylan Gabriel, they just got a whole all-star lineup over there. And you match it with that top-notch defense. I mean, can you blame the Dolphins for losing 31-6? This team, listen, they have the capability of winning 3-4 Super Bowls in a row. I'm serious. Let me stop. Yeah, this game is not going to be let me get real now. The Cleveland Browns are not as good as the Miami Dolphins made them look. I think Judkins is a nice young back. Dylan Gabriel played decent last week, but every team is going to look decent against the Miami Dolphins. These Patriots are on the upward. Drake May has looked really good. I got the Patriots winning this game. Before last week, the Cleveland Browns had won 11 straight games scoring under 14 points. I think we see more of that this week. I like the Patriots 20 to, we'll put them right at that 13.
All right. New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. We were just talking about Flacco having a good week last week. It's the Jets. Jets haven't won yet. I don't think the Bengals is a place to start for them winning yet. Cincy does have the fewest rushing yards per game in the NFL at 68.9. But the Jets have the fewest passing yards per game with 143.4. Flacco and the talent on this Bengals team is just going to be too much. I got the Bengals. What did I put for their score? I got the Bengals. Oh, Bengals 31-14.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Bengals too. You know, if Tyrod Taylor plays, I feel like he is far and away the better quarterback over Justin Fields. But, you know, Garrett Wilson's out.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner's out. You know, Sauce Gardner, one of the better corners in this league. I wouldn't say he's a top 5 like a lot of people would put him, but he's still one of the better corners. The fact that he's out. Against this wide receiver core, that spells bad news. Joe Flacco gets to look good one more week, but that should probably be about it. I'm gonna take the Bengals 30 to 6.
Wow, nice. I mean, it is the Jets. So oh man. All right. Buffalo, Carolina. I think this is pretty straightforward. Buffalo is probably going to be looking to snap this 2-game losing streak. They're coming off a bye. I think so. I would think so. I know Rico has been running like a crazy person for the Panthers, so there's always that. There's always that case. I don't know. You know, I think the Bills straighten it out this week. I really do. But hey, man, the Panthers are 4-3. You never know. They might not do it pretty. It might not always look good, but the Panthers they're hanging around right there. But I still got the Bills 30-20 in this game. I don't think Josh Allen's going to let that team lose their third one in a row, especially coming off a bye.
Who's at home in that game?
Panthers.
Man, you know, Rico has played really good football, and that is the weakness of this Buffalo Bills defense. I do think Josh Allen is this is one of those games where he just puts his cape on. They need a win in the worst way. I'm going to take the Bills too. $24 to 20.
24-20. The New York Football Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. They're giving the Eagles 7. It might have even went up to 7.5, or they're giving the Giants 7.5. Giants 2-5, Eagles 5-2. We don't need to sit here and spend a lot of time talking about the Giants. We all know what happened last week in Denver. We definitely pounded on the Eagles in game 1 almost 2 weeks ago on a Thursday night. Eagles aren't going to want to. They try to answer for that. They ain't going to let us just come in there and take it. This game isn't going to be like game 1. I think this is tighter game. I know A.J. Brown isn't playing. We got Paulson Adebo is out with a knee injury. Holland's out with a knee injury. We got a kicker issue, but I don't know who's kicking yet. So, I mean, I don't know if they're going to have Gano. People were talking about putting 2 kickers, and you can't waste a roster spot with 2 kickers. I think it's a good game. I think it's close. It's going to be a dogfight. I got the Giants 32-27.
Who you got?
The Giants. Am I breaking up or are you breaking up?
Probably me. This fucking thing, it can't.
Dang, Miller, you picked the Jets. That's crazy. Giants sweep the Eagles, though. I feel that. Man, he's frozen. Big C. I don't got no neighbor net. No, I pay for some good internet, man. Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks. We're just gonna sit here for a minute and see if it cleans itself up. Looks like he's gonna go out and come back in. It's not me. But fine. Are we better? Am I better? Looks like I'm better. We're gonna wait for Big C. There we go. He's coming. Here we go.
It just reset my whole computer. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was like, it can't be me, man. I was on earlier, doing pretty good.
So you took the Giants?
32-27. You can smirk all you want. We pounded Philly. We almost beat Denver if we didn't collapse on ourselves. Like, come on. You can hate all you want. You can hate all you want.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to catch Philadelphia off guard this time. I think you went in there and surprised them. Listen, Philadelphia has been a house of horrors for the New York Giants. Their last win coming way back in 2013. That's a lot of football games.
2025, motherfucker. Get it right now.
Yeah, okay.
last time we swept them was in 07 though. So, I mean that's a long time ago.
It's damn right. This
See our fellow fans, it's Big C's setup.
I don't
All right,
get it.
So what do you got for the score then? Since you're going Philadelphia.
I'm not sure. I didn't say that I was going with Philly. The Eagles are the co-leaders with 100% go-to-goal touchdown percentage and have a league high 82.4 red zone touchdown percentage. But they also have the most 3-and-outs in the NFL with 25. So their offense, when they get down there, they put the ball in the end zone. They score touchdowns. Obviously, when it's first and goal, second and goal, third and goal, fourth and goal, they score touchdowns because of that tush push. I think the league should have voted against allowing that to be legal. Yep. Of course, my stupid Miami Dolphins wanted to keep it, even though you got a quarterback that absolutely can't run that play whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It made no sense. Real, it made no sense.
Yeah. Hey, man, I will say, though, Jackson Dart is 9-11 in the red zone since he's taken over at quarterback. So keep that in mind, too.
Andrew Thomas has played really good for the New York Giants. I've seen a stat.
Andrew
he's first. Yeah. He's first among tackles with a 96.4 pass block win rate, which is astronomical, right?
Yep.
I just think that I keep waiting for these Philadelphia Eagles to get back to the Eagles that they were last year. And maybe
Right.
that never happens. The Giants are a nice story. Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, a nice little story, but I think Philadelphia is just the better overall team. And the Giants' struggles on the road in Philadelphia are going to be too much for them to overcome. I'm going to say Philadelphia 31, the Giants 21.
Yeah, we also got Brian Burns. He's up there for Defensive Player of the Year, tied for the league in sacks for 9 and tackle for losses. So, there's that too, man. There's a lot. The Giants have a lot going for them. They just got to put it all together. All right. It's all you. Miami at Atlanta. Here you go, brother. I can't hear you.
There's not much to say about this game. The Miami Dolphins are overmatched. They got a lack of talent on both sides of the football. Obviously, Tyreek Hill's not available. Darren Waller got put on injured reserve. Surprise, surprise. Everybody knows about the weakness in the secondary. The front seven of our defense has played horrible. This team has just been overmatched and outperformed damn near every week this season. Tua has regressed, in my opinion. Hopefully, it's not another 3 interception performance. I expect him to be better.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, who knows? The Falcons are a sneaky good team, and I know that their record's not great, but they got a top 10 offense, a top 10 defense. Offensively, they're able to run the ball. They're throwing the ball with great success. They just are struggling to put the ball in the end zone. They're struggling to get points off successful drives, which is it's kind of weird, right? But it's got to be very concerning for Falcons fans. Why are we able to move the ball? Why are we all able to get all these yards, but not only scoring 18 points a game? You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't really make sense. If you would think that they'd be better, you think they'd be better. Listen, the Miami Dolphins are the worst rushing defensive team in the NFL, giving up 100. What are they giving up this week? 159.3 yards a game. That's an improvement. 2 weeks ago, he was at 174. So we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. We're getting there. This defense is improving. But that came against third string running backs, and like, come on. Bijan Robinson, the best young running backs in football. He can do it through the air. He can do it on the ground. He can run inside. He can run outside. I think he has a huge game. I'm talking, go and make your bets now. At least 125 yards on the ground. I'd say 2 scores. The Cleveland Browns embarrassed us. They're one of the worst teams in the NFL. What do you think a halfway competent team is going to do to us? This is going to get worse before it can get better. Until owner Stephen Ross makes the changes that are needed, we're stuck with this. This is what we're stuck with right now.
Yeah.
We're stuck with the defense. They can't stop nobody. We're stuck with an offense. They can't put points on the board. A quarterback that turns the ball over in bunches, even though he doesn't see it. He turns the ball over in bunches. Last 2 games, he's got down to 6 interceptions.
Yep.
It's going to be another terrible performance. It's going to be horrible. Jalen Waddle is going to play, but he's dealing with 2 bad hamstrings. After Jalen Waddle, what do we have besides Achane? Achane's going to end up getting killed. He's an undersized back with a terrible offensive line. They put the ball in his hands a million times a game, eventually he's going to fucking get killed out there. Like,
Mhm.
and then what are we going to have? So it's
Then what
depressing for me
about
to have to pick against my team every week, but you know, what can I say? I got the Falcons 34-17.
what do you think about when Mike McDaniels asked if Tua was going to start, and he said, "Yeah, hope he doesn't throw 10 picks or some shit like that." Did you see that? Like, you can't be doing that,
Listen,
man.
well, listen, I think that is part of Mike McDaniel's sense of humor, but nothing's funny now. Nothing's funny
Yeah,
right now. This isn't time to be fucking making jokes. This
yeah,
isn't time to be making light of things. You're sitting at 1-6 with a franchise that expected better.
nope,
And there's a lot of people out there that'll say that, well, I knew we was gonna be nobody knew it was gonna be this bad. Nobody, you have
you
the
don't
haters of Tua. You had you know what I mean? But we've been a playoff contender every year Mike McDaniel's been here.
right,
And when you got the amount of talent on the offensive side of the ball that we do, you think that you're in each and every game, that you're going to have an opportunity to win each and every game.
right.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, a Jalen Waddle, a Devon Achane, a quarterback that has been, for the most part, very accurate with the football. Does he have the biggest arm? No. But for the most part, he's been very accurate. He's able to get the ball in the hands of his playmakers. And this year is just not, you know what I mean? I feel like he's dealing with the hip injury from college. I don't think they're saying anything about it because it makes them look foolish that they gave Tua that huge extension when they didn't have to. And, they're keeping it hush hush, but there's something wrong with Tua. He is not the same quarterback he has been in years past. And this Miami Dolphins team is truly suffering because of it.
Yeah, I
We used to
mean,
not be able to win in the cold weather. We used to
now it's
not be
everything.
able to beat the good teams, but bad teams we were able to beat. Warm weather we were able to win. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
now we're not doing that. So
yeah.
I do got the Falcons in this one, as sad as it makes me feel, but
You got to do what you got to do. I mean, beginning of the season, I was watching a lot of people when we were prepping and talking about football and watching all these people, and a lot of Fin fans and even not Fin fans had the Dolphins winning at least 10 games this season. So I mean, to have one win, I mean, it's a shocker to me. It's got to be tough position. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend to know what it's like to have a team like yours going through what they're going through at the moment. So, um, heads up. Hopefully, you guys can get everything straightened out and get back on the horse sooner than later. That's for sure.
well, that's the sad thing about it is that, there's a slight chance, and, I think that changes will be made. I don't
Yeah.
think that all the changes that us Miami Dolphin fans think need to be made will be made, but there's a slight chance that there's no changes made this offseason, which is absolutely crazy to think. There's a chance that we go into next year with Chris Greer as our general manager, Mike McDaniel as our head coach, and Tua Tagovailoa as our quarterback. And that's absolutely crazy to
So
think that that's a
so if
possibility.
that happens, what do you think should happen? I mean, obviously things have got to change, but if they don't reset anything and they keep going the same route that they're going, like how do you even as a fan, how do you even, you know what I mean? How do you even accept that? It's a tough thing because you have no choice in the matter, but man, that'd be tough.
Well, at this point, I would, as a fan, I would try to see the positive in each and every situation. You know what I mean? I'd be like, listen, in years past, I'd be like, listen, if you get to maybe if next year our offensive line comes back healthy and we add a couple pieces, maybe next year if we get a true defensive tackle that can help stop the run, maybe next year if we get a corner or two that can come in and not be some of the worst corners in the league, that maybe we can get back to being a playoff team. But from what I've seen from Tua this year, I don't think it matters what they do to this football team as long as Tua is our quarterback. And they're almost stuck with Tua as the quarterback next year. So, I mean, who's the best bet to get the most out of Tua? Probably Mike McDaniel. So I could see them bringing Mike back. You know, if you're stuck with Tua one more year, shoot, it might as well be stuck with Mike. And at that point, if you're stuck with Mike one more year,
you're stuck with the GM another.
But I can. But at the same time, that's the one area that I cannot forgive them not replacing, because Chris Greer has put this team together. Chris Greer is responsible for drafting Tua Tagovailoa. Chris Greer is responsible for us having the makeshift offensive line, the lack of corners. That's all on Chris Greer. The fact that Chris Greer has not been able to have successful drafts. He's missed on so many draft picks. How are you going to give him the keys to the car for another year? Another year where we're probably going to have a top 3 draft pick. You're going to allow this man to draft your next franchise quarterback, perhaps your next franchise player. That's the one area that I'm not okay with. You know, I can deal with another year of McDaniel and Tua because, you know, you're stuck with the contract. But Chris Greer, he needs to go. We need a GM that can start putting the pieces in place that we need to be successful in the future.
I just think it's pretty hard to get rid of the GM and not get rid of the head coach, just because it's going to not make the job as appeasing to somebody. They don't want to come in there and stick with the coach. You bring a GM in, they're going to want to bring in the coach that they want. I don't know. Maybe
the new GM will know that this quarterback is a lame duck. There'll be an understanding between the owner and the general manager that, hey, listen, you know, we just let him rock out this final year with Tua. You know, next year you'll have all the money you'll need. You'll have this plethora of draft picks to be able to go and get yourself whoever you want.
Yeah, pick a coach, pick a quarterback. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Hopefully that's what happens then.
Well, I think Mike McDaniel's probably the most likely one to get fired, though. I could see a world where, chances are Mike McDaniel's the one that gets fired and Chris Graham, Tua are here for another year. But I think that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake with Chris Greer.
Yeah. All right, Monday Night Football. Washington Redskins. Here we go. Washington Commanders 3-4 at the Chiefs 4-3. They are giving Washington 10.5 points. Man, these Chiefs are on a roll, man. They're steamrolling right through the last couple opponents while Washington's kind of rolling down the other side of the garbage pile. Apparently Daniels is out again. Mariota's coming in for a hamstring injury. Kansas City, 3 straight 30-point games. They got Rice back. Hollywood Brown's looking good. Worthy's looking good. Travis Swift is getting more opportunities just because of that. Washington just lost Darren Armstrong on defense, and the D hasn't looked good. I got KC all day in this. I was having trouble picking a score for this one, but I think it's going to be Kansas City whooping ass just like the last couple weeks. I got KC 34-17.
Yeah, over the last 4 games, the Chiefs are averaging 31.5 points a game. They've turned on a switch. They've seemed to got all their playmakers in place.
Yep.
Washington can't stay healthy. The Commanders can't stay healthy. Not going to spend a lot of time on this one. One team's going in one direction. Washington's heading in the opposite direction because of injuries. I had high hopes for the Commanders this year, but if you can't stay on the field and you're not going to be able to win football games. So I like the Chiefs in this one. I'm going to say 27-10.
27-10. Like you said, Detroit, Raiders, Rams, Arizona, Seattle, Jags, all on a bye. I think this is the biggest group of teams on a bye so far this year. No overseas games, none of that nonsense. So just a normal Sunday of football. And that concludes our picks for Friday.
Well, there haven't been no normal days of football so far.
That is very true. It's been a really weird season. It's been really strange.
Absolutely. Very strange season of football so far. I'm already looking forward to next season. There's people asking me to do draft videos. I'm like, bro, like I just got done doing draft videos, man. Like,
Yeah,
what if I do draft videos now? What am I gonna do all off season? It was hard enough trying to figure out videos and topics. You know what I mean? I'm depressed that that's what I got to look forward to.
Start your OnlyFans feet pics.
I've been started that.
So yeah, we got all our Pickems. I'm up by 2 games. We didn't do Pickems last week. Like I said, I had a medical emergency. We didn't get a chance to do it, so we're unfortunately going to be missing a week 7. And that's where we're at.
Well, I went undefeated. I kept track of mine. I went undefeated.
Yeah, I did too. I went undefeated and I got a bonus win.
Nah, I know what your picks were. You picked the Giants, so you lost.
I never picked the Giants against Denver. Never.
You picked the Giants and you picked well, who else you picked? You picked the Dolphins.
I did pick the Dolphins for you, I think. I was trying to be nice. We are matched up with all our games except for the Chicago Ravens game. You got the Ravens. The Saints Tampa Bay game, you got the Saints. And it looks like that's the only 2 we're different on.
Because I'm willing to take a risk, right? I'm willing to take a risk.
I mean, what do you think I'm doing? I took a
ledge.
I stepped out on a ledge for the Giants game.
Yeah, but that's a fan pick. You know what I mean? That's not really stepping out. I don't know.
There really isn't one to step out on. I mean, Dolphins game. I mean, I got Atlanta. I did pick Chicago over the Ravens, so I went opposite of that. I couldn't consciously pick Carolina over Buffalo.
You should take the Jets. You should take the Jets.
I'm not. Miller said the Jets. Miller said Jets in this one.
Yeah, Miller's a dumbass.
Miller's a dumbass. You know, I couldn't see picking Houston over San Fran. I couldn't see picking the Browns over the Patriots. There just really wasn't a lot of. I usually pick an upset every week, and I just didn't see an upset. I did think about the Saints because I am concerned about Tampa Bay. That was the closest one I came to almost picking against what I wanted to pick. But I mean, Colts, Tennessee. What are you going to pick there? I mean, I guess you could go either way on the Pittsburgh Green Bay game, but I just trust in Green Bay a lot more than I trust in Pittsburgh. So,
yes, sir.
And
all right, folks, we're gonna breeze up out of here.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, but then again, knowing how this season has been, how we've been talking about these crazy games, probably this whole thing is gonna be fucked up. So,
yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Another week of picks down. What we got? 9 or 10 more to go. 10 more.
Don't worry, Dolphins fans. The end of the season is almost here. We're about halfway. Oh God. Oh God. oh God.
Oh God.
Oh jeez. Oh no.
I'm gonna Amazon you a noose and something to hang from. I'm gonna Amazon you a fire pit so you can burn all your Finn memorabilia.
Oh man. Listen, we gotta get these channels boosted. We get up to 1,000. I will give away this Dan Marino jersey that is behind me. If we get to 1,000 1,000 subscribers on this channel,
game changes.
The end of the season, I will give away this Dan Marino jersey autographed behind me.
Woo! I will give away a roll of used toilet paper.
That
and
throwback.
I will give you
Miller
an
says
autograph.
give him some picks. He wants to make some money.
Ugh. I haven't even placed my bets this week yet. I haven't even looked. Usually I'm good at that. Usually I'm done with it by Friday, so I can just sit on it and not even think about it. But
See, not me. I'm terrible at it. I be looking at it all week before all the odds are out, and then I'd be rushing the last second trying to throw these picks in. And I'd be like, God damn it.
I did do a 7-pick parlay. I got Jonathan Taylor rushing for over 100. Javonte Williams going for 80, which I don't really think that was going to happen, but there's one of them I threw in there. I got Bills winning, Josh Allen 250 plus passing plus rushing yards, Cook 70 rushing yards, Khalil Shakir with a touchdown, and Rico Dowdle with a 60 yards rushing.
All right, Miller, here you go. Take Buffalo straight up. Take Cincinnati straight up. Take the Ravens straight up. Take the Patriots straight up. This is all going to be one parlay. Take San Francisco. Take Atlanta.
You fucked up with the Ravens.
Take Philly straight up. And then what you do is, where's this game? You're gonna go
broke.
what? Bijan Robinson a touchdown. Bijan Robinson with 125 yards rushing. Tua Tagovailoa
2 concussions
with a passing touchdown.
Damn, y'all just got Waller back too. That's crazy.
Actually, don't go Miami straight up. All right, Atlanta straight up. We're going to go alternate. Go alternate spread.
Come here.
They are going to lose this game by take Atlanta minus 9.5. A $10 bet will win you $807.
Swing. Let us know how you did.
All right, folks, we're going to cut up out of here. We will talk to you later. I go pick my kids up. They're bugging me. They're at the football game. So I will talk to you all later.
See you Monday. Have a good Sunday. And
may the force be with you.
Go G-Man.
I'm just going to say this.
Arm and Hammer.
Big C and Mike Jones, they call the plays in the zone. Spit facts, no cap, straight to the bone. Gritter, roaring gossip, the field's their home. Huddle up, press play, you're never alone. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this is the spot. NFL drama, they break it down surgical. Draft day whispers, moves so tactical. Receiver stretching arms, catches vertical. Big C's laugh hitting, vibes so magical. Mike Jones got stats like a human playbook. Big C's insight sharper than a no look. Halftime debates, better than they should. You fumble the podcast, now you misunderstood. Flags fly, refs blind, penalty stack. They calling out the calls, no sugar, just facts. Fantasy picks, who's carrying the pack? Every week they hit harder than a linebacker smack. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT.